It was an insane cycle of trying, messing up, and starting all over that was leading me straight to religious burnout. This is the story of the day I gave up on being a perfect Christian, and how that total surrender led me to a faith more real than I ever imagined. For years, my faith was run by one question: am I doing enough? It turned the Bible into a rule book I was failing at and prayer into a chore. This is the trap of legalism, the belief that we earn God's approval by perfectly keeping a list of do's and don'ts. My list was a self-imposed prison, quiet time every morning, never show anger, volunteer for everything. I wore a mask of spiritual stability, but underneath, I was wrestling with huge doubts. Church, the one place I was supposed to find community, was where I felt most alone. I was surrounded by people but felt isolated, convinced I was the only one who couldn't keep up. Hiding like that is exhausting. My turning point wasn't a lightning bolt from heaven, but a slow, painful collapse. It came during a season of personal loss, a time when my carefully built world fell apart. All my rule-keeping was useless in the face of real, raw pain. My performance brought zero peace. And in the rubble of my own strength, it finally hit me. I couldn't do it. I could not be perfect. I remember just thinking, I give up. But it wasn't a cry of despair. It was a sigh of relief. It was the most honest prayer I'd ever prayed. That was the day I stopped performing for God's love and just started resting in it. Giving up wasn't the end of my faith. It was the real beginning. Life after that turning point didn't magically get easy, but it did get real. The crushing weight was gone, replaced by a freedom I'd never known. Prayer was no longer a performance, but a real conversations. Reading the Bible wasn't a hunt for rules, but a way to get to know God's heart. And the community changed everything. I finally took off the mask and found people where I could be honest about my struggles. Instead of judgment, I found empathy. I learned that Christian maturity isn't perfection. It's not about never falling, it's about learning how to get back up, leaning on God's grace every single time. It's a lifelong process of growth, not a destination we have to reach on our own. Giving up on being the perfect Christian was the best thing I ever did for my faith. It was the day I traded religious burnout for a real relationship. It's about discovering that real maturity is found in surrender, in the messy, imperfect, grace-filled journey of depending on Jesus. If my story resonates with you, if you've ever felt that crushing weight of trying to be perfect, you are not alone. Please share your own story in the comments below. Let's create a space defined by honesty, not perfection. And if you want more conversations like this, make sure you subscribe. Thanks for listening.